Well, hello, my beautiful Virgo. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your twin flame reading for mid-February right through to mid-March 2025. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings, and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Virgo, this is your twin flame reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. Also, please look up online what it means to be in a twin flame connection, because if anyone is mentally, physically, or emotionally abusive, that is not a twin flame connection. That's more likely to be a false flame connection, and it really will drain you of your beautiful love and waste your wonderful time, okay? So just to make you aware, the first pile will be your pile, the second pile will be your person's pile, and the third pile is the unified energy of how things come together. So let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? What's going on with their twin flame connection? This reading is for those who are currently separated from their twin. What is going to come of this union? Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? Well, twin flames, you know, this particular relationship, it's more of a spiritual awakening rather than an actual physical romantic relationship, okay? Now, of course, it can be physical and romantic in nature, especially at first, but there tends to be a certain dynamic in a twin flame connection where there is a runner, a chaser, and a separation period. Now, that's not always typical to form. Sometimes there can be 2 runners, for example, so please apply it to your situation. But this relationship, it's more of a catalytic relationship, and what I mean by that is you are meant to be changed by this relationship, okay? Now, this relationship, it's a process that prepares us to release lower vibrational energy that keeps us stuck in fear, addictive patterns, and of course, unhealthy attachments. It's a very intense inner vibrational transformation, but it's a personal journey of discovery that must be done alone. And often the journey is triggered by the twin flame so that we spin off in separation in order to discover our true purpose and embrace unconditional love. Because of course, before you meet your twin, there tends to have been some sort of difficult experience or trauma. For some, it could also be, you know, addictions, trust issues, insecurities, things that have not been healed, things that remain kind of deep below the surface that you or the twin has kind of not focused on. The twin flame will amplify, because when you meet your twin, it is an energy where both of you are the same vibration. It's like a mirrored relationship, of course, because you are a twin. So when you look at your twin and they look at you, they're looking in a mirror at all the things within themselves that need healing. And of course, the chaser tends to be open to that level of intimacy, even though they may be a little bit nervous or scared or anxious about diving in deep to, you know, this connection and surrendering. The runner tends to look at all that stuff and sees all the things that they've been avoiding for all of their life, the things that they run from. And humans, you know, they tend to fall into habits or cycles of repeat. And sometimes it's really hard for people to choose the healthier option at first. And if someone is triggered, they tend to fall back into a learned response. Now, I'm not here to give anyone an excuse or a way out. I'm trying to help you understand the dynamics of a twin flame connection and give you like a bite-sized idea of what it is to be in one. Of course, I always say do not wait for your twin, because remember, 2 parties Both of you have your own journey. And if you wait for your twin, they have a journey to discover all by themselves. And it could take them a long time. It could take them months, weeks, years, decades, for example. So I always explain twin flames like magnets, both identical in polarity. They push and pull each other because, of course, magnets that have the same frequency are drawn to each other, but also they repel. And there is a space in between. Now, that is reflective of the separation period. That space is there on purpose so that both parties can change frequencies. So once the twin who is the chaser, once they put all that love, care, and sometimes obsession into their sense of purpose, their true life's mission, and of course into themselves, that's when you change the frequency. And both magnets then, of course, they attract each other and they come together in a union. And it's not a game, it's an energetic exchange, but, you know, this is a relationship which is a sacred union, basically, and it's a result of shared difficulty and pain. So you may have noticed that you and your twin have been through very similar experiences or been taught very similar lessons, and you know, they reflect to you your greatest weaknesses, but also your greatest strengths, of course. And the weaknesses is the part where people feel a little bit exposed, shall we say. Now, some people may also have had a level of trauma that puts them in a trauma response, and that can indicate that they're hypervigilant, that they're not willing to open up to a relationship. They could be emotionally avoidant, for example, but also, you know, it can be that a twin flame connection, when there are such deep levels of love, it triggers like a response for the other person to kind of like run away or push away, especially if they've not experienced unconditional love in the past, or they've had something from their past, like their first foundation of what it means to love is witnessed when they are, you know, children, for example, or when you are a child. And if you've witnessed parents or guardians divorcing or very turbulent, you know, home environments, and there's no blame game here, but it can influence the way a person feels or responds to a high-level commitment. So I want you to be aware of those sort of dynamics when dealing with a twin flame connection. It's a very complex relationship. Not everybody takes the journey of the twin flame because it is often very lonely and painful. And I'm sending you a huge hug out there. If you're dealing with this right now, the separation period, it can feel like you're lost, but this is where you're supposed to discover yourself and actually kind of like erect healthier boundaries, because the twin flame dynamic amplifies all the things within yourself that already needed healing. Okay, so whether there is a trust issue, insecurity, self-loathing, sometimes for twins as well as abandonment issues there, both parties will be triggered, and both parties actually feel the same. Both parties feel love. They instantly know that they have met their twin. It's a very otherworldly experience. You're magnetized towards each other, and it's almost like you can't stop thinking about each other. And, you know, then of course, there is the separation period. So I want you to be aware that, you know, especially I want you to kind of like understand that when I first met my twin, I had just come out of a very damaging relationship with a karmic. So sometimes a person will actually enter into a karmic relationship, which kind of teaches very harsh lessons in order to provoke a response and healing. And of course, you know, that kind of prepares space for the twin to come on in. And when I met my twin, I was in fear because I'd just been left a shell of a person by a previous relationship. It was very damaging indeed. So I didn't trust love. You know, I did fall in love instantly with my twin. I knew it was something very different and very overwhelming. But my sense of fear and protection actually made me create like a force field almost, and inadvertently I pushed my person away. I didn't want to do that. In fact, my heart was screaming, you know, inside, I love you, I want to be with you, I want to surrender to this, but actually all those feelings got caught up in my throat and I couldn't articulate how I really felt. So I would say things like, you know what, we're just like messing around, or, you know, and really I was like, what are you saying? Stop saying that. And you know, back then I was a very unhealed person, but also very immature in my responses. And of course, we then emulated the twin flame separation period. My twin stepped back, and of course it gave us space to heal, to really find out our sense of purpose and connect to a path that we were meant to be on. And then we gravitated back towards each other. So, both parties need to work out what's going on in their lives before they can come together. And some twins, they can remain friends. And some are separate forever. And then others can get married and be in a high-level commitment, depending on each party's commitment, shall we say, to healing and spiritual evolution. Now, that's a really bite-sized idea of what it means to be in a twin flame connection. That's why I say, please look it up online. Looking at your energy, I can see that you, of course, are so fed up of this, okay? You gave your all to this, my beautiful Virgo. I can see with the Hierophant there, this taught you a lesson about stability. I feel also it's triggered you to really focusing on healthier aspects and choices in your life. I feel your person there with the Six of Pentacles and the Death card, I mean, there's an energy here where this person's in a transition period, okay? And I feel actually they do know that you are someone special. They've got the Twin Flames Soulmate Loyalty card as their overarching energy. And for some of you beautiful Virgos, I mean, you entered, of course, into a high-level commitment with this person, and you thought that this is it forever. You thought that you were going to join your family lineage. Some of you may have even married your twin, for example, as well there, because the tree can be long-term commitment. But I feel in this particular twin flame connection that I'm picking up on, I'm picking up something from the very beginning, the very foundations of what it means to love. I also feel that your person, and this may not resonate with everyone, so please apply it to your situation, but I get an energy that even from a very young age, this person, they experienced a bereavement. Someone very close to them taught them that life can be very unfair, and of course that, a person can leave via many different routes, either walk away or end something, ghost something, and actually transition, pass away. So I feel your person has been influenced in the past, and I'm not here to give anyone an excuse, but this person's been influenced from a very young age of someone passing away, okay? And this person was very dear to this person. So in their youth is what I'm being given by my guides for this particular twin flame connection. So please apply it to your situation, that this person, they've been influenced by the fact that they invested so much love, care, and devotion towards this person, and this person was taken away from them. So they kind of feel that love, when you care about someone to such a degree and such a depth, that anything can happen to take it away. And this person has protected themselves ever since. Okay, so that's coming out. I will get a little bit more into their energy. It's a very dominant energy. It just like burst out there. It's almost like this person wants to express or wants to make it clear why they have done certain actions. And of course, it doesn't make it right for you, my beautiful Virgo, because you're dealing with the repercussions of this person's actions. And we'll get into their energy a little bit more. We've got number 5 here, so this can indicate that you're a little bit conflicted, okay? With the Hierophant also being number 5 there, I feel that you still have feelings for this person, and deep down somewhere you wonder, will you actually ever connect to this person? Or you know that you're bonded to this person. So I feel with that 10 of Wands though, you really feel it's the end, or you feel that you're so fed up, you're so exhausted. This connection, it taught you lessons, and I feel like you're trying not to harden because of these lessons, because I feel it made you feel very bereft, very lost, okay, and of course exhausted. 10 of Wands is like you're at your wit's end, you're stuck in a rut with this, you're restless, there's a need for change, and if you don't change, then you're accepting. So I feel like you're not accepting this anymore, and I feel like you want more stability, more security in your life. And some of you may even be thinking about a high-level commitment with someone else, or marriage with someone else. For some of you, not all of you, I'm getting a small percentage of you, beautiful Virgos, that you've moved on and actually have committed to somebody else because, you feel that this person, they did not come forward and offer you the love that you truly deserve and desire, okay? Now, of course, the tree is all about longevity. So I do feel that you thought this was forever, and I'm getting an energy here from this card, it's like it's been years for some of you, or you've waited a long time. This has been a long process. For some of you, of course, it's not years, but I'm just getting this extended period of time coming out from this card. So I feel it's time. Okay, I feel like you have removed yourself, you're choosing healthier options. So perhaps there was some level of toxicity in this connection, or perhaps there's some sort of addictions that played out or influenced this particular twin flame connection. But I feel the very foundation, or this experience that your person had, is something that they are trying to highlight in the energy, is what I've got coming through. And by they, I mean my guides. They're giving me the energy I need to tap into for this specific twin flame connection. I feel like you've had a lot of patience with this person. You provided a very safe space where they could grow and kind of like rely on you and confide in you. And for some of you, this person actually told you about this experience. But this experience, it kind of continues to trigger fear in this person. It's like, why invest in something when I can lose it? Now, of course, that's life. There's no guarantees. So we must not remove ourselves from the potential of something being awesome and having a long existence, a loving partnership with a person, you know, walking through life with a person, a journey together. We must not rob ourselves of this experience just because of something from the past. And whilst it shapes a person and it's very important, I feel it's equally important that this person kind of recognizes that it has impeded their progress, but also got in the way of their happiness. Okay, so that's something that's coming out there that this person may actually be learning about right now as well. Because I feel intuitively, my beautiful Virgo, you know that this person is learning. You know that you're having a spiritual awakening, and this is a mirrored response. So whatever it is you're learning in this connection, which is to build healthier boundaries, but also how strong you are. Ten of Wands indicates you're a very strong person. And I got to be honest with you, and this may not resonate with everyone, I do get a feeling of resentment with this card as well, that it was just too much. Whatever happened here, it was just a lot. And, you know, you feel that you've carried this around with you for a long time and you're fed up. You're just tired. And that Ten of Wands represents, for you, it's over. Even though, you know, you wanted to settle down with this person, you offered, you know, a loving environment for this person, and even marriage, like settling down, commitment, long-term commitment, full investment. You know, that Ten of Wands is like you gave everything you had to this connection, but it was not returned at the time. You know, the Hierophant, it can also indicate that you are in a period of spiritual enlightenment, of course, but also, you know, you're not reaching out to this person. It's almost like I'm getting this feeling like, well, they know where you're at, so you're not coming forward for this person. They know who you are, they know where you're at, and you're just not investing in this any further because, you know, what is the point? It just ends up in the same cycle of repeat. Now, also with the Hierophant energy, I'm getting a strong kind of indication here of revelation. Okay, so either you've had some sort of revelation about the lesson that was needed to be learned in this connection. I feel a lot of it, your lesson in this twin flame connection is about reciprocity and also realizing that you cannot fix another person. Okay, that's something that's very strongly coming through here. So this person, they may have had some sort of conflict or something that perhaps they came to you for fixing, or they came to you for sanctuary, okay? I feel like you offer this person a lot of encouragement, faith that they could do anything. And I feel there is a level of sorrow in that you were there for this person and, you know, you've had to come to this decision now to walk away, even though you don't want to, but it's because you feel this person is not investing in the connection. Because they've got a Six of Pentacles, I will pull a card on it because some of you may be wondering, is this person investing in someone else? And that's why that they are absent from you, but I will pull a card on it. I mean, looking at the energy, you know, I feel this person is on their own. Okay, I feel like they're in a single energy. Six of Pentacles can indicate that they're trying to get their life into balance because they're a very chaotic, inconsistent person. And they needed grounding is what I'm being given. I mean, the Ten of Wands, it's like it's done. It's over for you. I feel a lot of you, this kind of energy is like, you've come a long way in this connection, but you've come a long way alone, and it can feel very isolating and a lonely path. So I'm sending you a huge hug out there, but it has promoted a response from you, which is to seek inner counsel, to know thyself better, to focus on your family, on your soul tribe, on your sense of purpose. You know, it's given you an opportunity to ground yourself, to plant roots for you and invest more in yourself and a healthier lifestyle is what I see there. But also this Ten of Wands indicates that you're finally in a state where you feel the only other option for you is to release. Okay, it can indicate that you're clearing space for new beginnings. You've had enough. You committed to this, maybe even over committed to this, because I feel like you did overgive in this. And I feel like there's a part of you, you're trying to learn more about the twin flame connection, because part of you feels maybe it doesn't even exist. You know, but this person, they do feel for you. There is love there. This person, they are showing up with the dog energy. And if you look up the meaning in the Lenormand deck, this is soulmate. This is twin flame. This is passion. This is loyalty. This is someone who sees you as a companion. But they've got the Six of Pentacles there and the Death. And normally death is figuratively like, you know, some sort of transition period or a change of their old ways. Okay. But I actually am getting a very strong indication that this person has experienced someone from a very young age passing away. And it just like kind of reorganized their life and their thoughts. And I feel when they met you, they didn't expect to fall in love with you. But with that Ten of Wands, either you have plainly made it known to this person that it's done, that you're never going back. It can also indicate that with that Death card for your person, that they know that it's going to be really hard to win you back. They feel that you have decided it's over because they couldn't step up, when actually you feel like they ended it because of their actions. And for some of you, it could be that you feel they took the cowardly route and kind of like had certain behaviors where they were very inconsistent, because the Six of Pentacles can be that they fluctuated in the rhythm of their energy, and you were forced to kind of like end it because you were valuing yourself. And of course, that is one of the biggest lessons to learn in a high-level commitment. I always say about the magnets, you know, both identical, attracting each other, repelling each other because they are identical in frequency. But as soon as this person, the chaser, puts all that energy inwards and changes the frequency in this magnet, then this magnet comes towards the other and they get really close to being together. And then this, you know, runner is offered an opportunity to step up or step out. Because remember, when you meet your twin, you're actually meeting their whole history, their whole life that went before you. And that can consist of like trauma or of, you know, heartbreak, vulnerability in some way, but also vice versa. They're taking on your history as well. And it's about two people trusting that the other person is going to be careful with their heart. But, you know, of course, I feel this person in particular, there's a lot of regret around this person in the way that they dealt with your heart. That's something that's coming through very strongly, but we'll pull some cards on it in a moment. They've got the dog here, which this is how they feel about you right now, okay? I'm doing this reading for the next 6 weeks, and in your mind, you're done. You learned some lessons that you didn't ask for. I feel like you're getting busy with your life, creating stability. You are under a lot of pressure right now. I feel like you're really busy. I also feel that, you know, you're a bit stuck in a rut with this connection, and you feel it's time for change because you feel the direction of this connection is like not going anywhere. I'm actually seeing an image right now in the water of a broken compass. So this can indicate that you really don't know where you're at with this, but you are taking the power back and deciding that it's over, okay? It's time to clear space and kind of like get rid of the baggage. You're decluttering, as it were. That's what I see is happening for you. But your person, you know, because you're stepping back, remember the energetic exchange, because you're withdrawing, this is very much an end of something for you, okay? And for some of you, it's also changed the way you look at long-term relationships. And I feel like you're trying really hard to believe in love again. You don't want to let this experience harden you, but that's been pretty hard as well. So you've been trying to move through that energy as well. So I'm sending you a huge hug out there, my beautiful Virgo. It is a very challenging experience indeed. And, you know, twin flames, they flip dynamics. So when you withdraw, you are ultimately becoming the runner, okay? And then vice versa for a shorter time, but then you come together in union with your person. And your person actually has a lot of love for you. This card, it highlights that, you know, they see you as someone who is, of course, a friend, as well as a companion, someone they could trust, someone who basically supported them. And I feel, you know, there is an energy. They may not understand twin flame dynamics, but I do feel that this person saw you as a soulmate, okay? And that's what's so confusing about their energy, because then they have the Six of Pentacles. So I want to pull a card on the Six of Pentacles because this can indicate a surprise, okay? It's like this person is going to surprise you with how they feel. Or I'm also getting an energy that they're kind of surprised that you haven't like reached out or chased. Okay, that's a very immature energy, but I have to honor what come through there. And I'm going to pull a card on it because, of course, you know, why should you chase? You're not here to be someone else's emotional crutch. You can, of course, support a person, but you're here to have a wonderful, loving experience as well, you know. So I'm just going to pull a card on this because they're presenting as, you know, they know they cut it short is what I'm being given, because my guides are saying the flower is representative here in this card of something being cut short, something that was blossoming. But I feel more than anything, they were careless in the way that they dealt with this. Okay, so I'm not really sure right now what that means, but let's just pull some cards on it just to clarify. Can you please show me what is meant by that for my beautiful Virgo regarding their twin? Can you show me a little bit more about their twin? Chariot card, Knight of Swords, Two of Cups. This person, oh my gosh, and I'm hearing a really loud song right now. Really, wow. I wish you could hear what I can hear. Suddenly it came really loudly. Now this song, it has actually come up before, maybe many years ago. I do know this song. It's a very famous song. It's Blink 182. I think it's called I Miss You, actually. But I'm being given certain lyrics, okay? Don't waste your time on me. You're already the voice inside my head. I miss you, I miss you. That's what I'm hearing right now. That's very specific part of that song. Now that song, if my memory serves me well, is actually, there's a lot of reference in that song to relationships, certain choices, how a person feels as opposed to what a person is thinking really, what they really want to say and how it comes out wrong. But also I think there's something there about a bereavement in that song as well. I'm not really sure 100%, but I'm going to have to look up the lyrics on that. But your person has the Death card, so some sort of bereavement has influenced this experience for your person. But I mean, those lyrics, it's like the voice inside my head, I miss you, I miss you. I mean, the Knight of Swords, swords are all about thought, about communication, what a person wants to say. And it's almost like I'm being given this energy. If this person could turn back time, they would have done things differently, because this is to have a different response than a usual response. And the Chariot card is to overcome an obstacle or to move forward on something, to improve something. And of course, we got the Two of Cups. This is how this person is feeling. This person thinks about you a lot. And I feel like if you would ask them right now, which I feel like you're not going to, and that's actually perfect, because when you withdraw, this person comes towards you. They feel the invisible bond between you both. Now, you may actually hear this song in the next coming weeks that highlights this person. They really do want to talk, okay? Eight of Cups and the Nine of Cups. I feel like you will not hear from this person in the next 6 weeks, however, but they will surprise you, okay, on something. I do feel, because we have the Chariot card, which means movement and improvement. This person is trying to change their life around. The lifestyle change card is the Knight of Swords, or responding differently to old patterns or learnt responses. You know, a big part of becoming an adult is actually unlearning or reprogramming toxic behavior or cycles of repeat taught to us by people who were unhealed or not even aware that they had certain patterns, generational patterns perhaps. So I feel this person is starting to wake up to the fact that they've been sabotaging their life in some way. And this person loves, they want to be in love. I also feel, because I am clarifying how this person feels about you, Two of Cups, this person saw you as a soulmate. They actually thought that this relationship would go the distance. But I want to find out why. For some of you, your person is actually at a distance, okay? And this could be something that they thought was in the way of the relationship. But for the majority of you, I feel it's fear, okay? But I don't want it to just be that. I want to see what's underneath that. Can you please show me why there is a separation period between my beautiful Virgo and this person? What is... Well, the lesson is reciprocity, okay? And to articulate one's thoughts. King of Swords is someone who's very cerebral. They have a lot of analysis paralysis. They actually, take a long time to judge a situation or to kind of like be decisive. They're very analytical. And, this person very detached. So I feel some experience that they had that was fated. It was destined to happen, but it was when they were younger. It's like made them detached or cold. Okay, King of Swords energy is someone who thinks about a person all the time or thinks about an experience all the time. And because we have the Six of Pentacles there, for some of you, you may feel that this person breadcrumbed you or, didn't invest in the relationship at times. And this person does think about that. And because they've got the King of Swords, I feel this person, they've judged themselves for it, and I feel like they've thought long and hard about what they want to say to you, and I feel they will surprise you with what they say, okay? I do see that this person is going to message you, and it will be the truth of what they say, okay? But because of your outcome energy, I would say it's perhaps not in the next 6 weeks, but I will clarify that, because right now your cards are the Eight of Cups, but also the Nine of Cups. I always say, whoever walks away on the Eight of Cups, because that's all about walking away, they walk straight into the Nine of Cups, which is a wish fulfilled, or, the discovery of something that satisfies you, or even like the achievement of desire. So by walking away, although it's not a game, it's an energetic exchange. It gives a relationship time and breath to breathe and space for both parties to rediscover each other again. So I feel, a Nine of Cups outcome means there is a wish fulfilled here. And the Eight of Cups, it's like it took you walking away for it to happen. And again, I don't like that energy because, of course, it means that this person was not spiritually evolved or mature enough to, see what they had when they had it. So I feel, of course, you've got to make a decision on this, my beautiful Virgo, and that's your prerogative. I can't make that decision for you. I can only try and understand the energy and the outcome. And there's no excuse here, okay? We're all adults. We make our choices, and we must accept accountability and responsibility for those choices. So when this person does come to talk to you, because I feel they will surprise you with that, then, of course, you'll make your decision. I mean, the book is there, so at the end, which means this person is going to tell you about something from their past. New information will inform your decision, perhaps. You may not believe it at first. Eight of Cups means you could actually kind of like ignore this person at first because you're like, really? I don't believe it. Why didn't you just tell me that at the beginning? But I feel you and this person, there is a potential to reunite, but I just want to see this person's energy. Were they seeing someone else when they first met you, my beautiful Virgo? Were they trying to close something else out? Was there a crossover? Can you show me this? Because Six of Pentacles has shown up twice. And, ooh. Okay, we've got the Hangman. We've got the Moon. We got the Chariot, we got the Knight of Swords, we got the Two of Cups, we got the Nine of Swords, and we got the Sun. Okay, I would say this person actually was not in a relationship when they first met you. I feel this person, they were waiting for the one. We've got the Hangman there. This person, they were learning about themselves. They felt very inactive in life, very suspended in life. And the Moon indicates they have a lot of fear. This person, it's like the twin flame triggered feared responses, because we've got the Chariot card. For some of you, this person may have felt that the relationship was moving too fast, okay? But I'm getting an energy, especially with that Hangman, they were on their own. Okay, and then we've got that Two of Cups. I mean, notice how the cards are showing up again for you. The Chariot card, the Knight of Swords, the Two of Cups there, and now they are partnered with the Nine of Swords. Something from their past haunts them. You know, it's like they know how they feel. They feel love. But what about the fears? And the Sun card, you know, this can be a wonderful card, which means things are blossoming, but it also means things are exposing. So it can mean that this person, I mean, I'm getting a real energy from this person that they don't feel like they're enough, or they were going through some sort of crisis in their life when they met you and they felt like they didn't want to bring you into that. And of course, these are all very convenient kind of responses, but humans are complex and they make certain decisions based on how they perceive their world and, of course, how they interact with their fears. And with that Sun energy, I feel like they are on the path to kind of like looking at it. They've exposed it. They can acknowledge that they regret it. That's a card of regret, sorrow, despair. I feel like they think about, you know, what they would say to you. It's almost like this person, they're trying to like articulate how they feel, but also they're wondering how do they kind of like win you back? Because right now I feel they're looking at it like, well, it's probably impossible based on whatever happened. Okay, so I do feel this person, it will get to a point with this person where they cannot resist it anymore. Whatever their fears are telling them, or their, you know, sense of low self-worth, whatever it is that's telling them to hold back, I feel like they are going to override that. And with that Six of Pentacles, I mean, Six of Pentacles indicates something fated or destined, because karma has taught a lesson. So it can be that this person, they had some sort of karmic experience. They may have, I mean, I don't see them with anybody else. I feel like they're in a single energy, because the outcome energy, we've got Eight of Cups. Okay, we've got Nine of Cups energy as well. But let's just pull a card on this. I feel they talk to their friends a lot is what I'm being given. They talk to their friends a lot about love and life. So, you know, I'm picking up like Three of Pentacles energy right now. I just got to say it before I, you know, I feel that it's very important to remember that Three of Pentacles does not mean a third party situation. Okay, some people read it that way, but it's not actually a card that means that. It basically means, you know, your circle of trust or people that you can soundboard off, but also it can indicate, you know, making a delicate situation stronger. So that's what I'm picking up on. Okay, now I would say, because I asked the question, is this person on their own right now? We've got the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Wands. So this means that this person, they're not attached to anybody. I feel, you know, Knight of Wands indicates someone who is basically running away from intimacy. So I got to be honest with you. Six of Pentacles, they're trying to get their life in balance, but also these two cards highlight that this person, they have no attachments. They may be flirtatious, or they may be just like focusing on their passions. Doesn't mean that they're talking to anybody. Eight of Wands, I feel like they're living a very sort of like passionate life, or they're living life in the fast lane a little bit more. Okay, and you know, this can indicate as well that this person, it's like they've got to a position in their life where their priorities are changing, and also their approach to commitment is changing. The energy, it's like life is speeding up. It's going by too fast now, okay? And this person is like ready to fall in love, or, you know, I feel this person, they enjoyed the drama in the past, but I feel as they mature, they're looking to settle down, because this card is telling me this is their overarching energy of how they feel about you. But I asked if they're with anybody right now, and the answer is no. Okay, so I feel like they're attractive. I feel like they may have attention, but there's no ties to anybody here. This person, they may even travel a lot, because I feel like, well, those two cards, they really highlight together. They're always on the run. They're running away from their emotions. They're running away from attachment. They're avoidant. So I would say right now, this person is in a cycle of trying to choose healthier options or turn their life around, but they're not there yet. Okay, so we do have the Death card, which I want to pull a card on, because this indicates that they are trying to leave that sort of lifestyle behind. The Death card symbolizes a transition period, you know, trying to break old habits. But of course, old habits die hard. So I feel for some of you, this is kind of like an indication that this person is trying to do the work, but they're not ready right now. So I feel, you know, if you were to connect with this person, I'm not seeing that you'll have another cycle of repeats, because the Eight of Cups is like distance, time, reflection, you know, the personal journey of discovery, letting go to see beyond the relationship. And that's when we can actually, you know, rediscover true contentment in a relationship. Because once we love ourselves, remember the cup of love starts with the self first, and once we fulfill that, then we can extend it to another. So I feel like your person has to learn a little bit more about that. But let's pull a card on the Death card here, because although this person has love, they do see that it right now is over. You know, I feel the Death card is also a very strong indication card that something really never dies, okay? It's a transition. You know, energy doesn't die. It is transformed into, you know, another area, for example. It moves through. And of course, everything transitions. It doesn't die. So I feel their feelings for you haven't changed. But I do see with that Six of Pentacles energy that they are kind of still a little bit inconsistent, that they want to invest in a relationship, they want to be with you, but then suddenly they're kind of like talked out of it. And I feel this person, they're learning about reciprocity, and they realize that their actions, it was a little bit one-sided. They were a little bit selfish. They made it about them, and they took your energy, care, devotion, and all of those things. And I feel this person knows that now. Ace of Wands, okay, so the Death card. Ace of Wands is a new start. It's a transformation card, okay? So I do see that this person is inspired right now to have a big life overhaul where they are trying to change, okay? So at least this person's learning. At least this person is breaking through, and I mean, Ace of Wands can also indicate that they are going to reach out to you with a bit of a flirty message when they do reach out to you. And maybe that's why that Eight of Cups is there. It's like you ignore it until they come good or come right to you. Okay, so let me just see a little bit more. Magician, that's them taking action. They want to heal with the Star energy. And the Two of Wands. This person, they are in the healing stages. They're taking control of their life. They realize that their fear of intimacy manipulated their actions, or they allowed their fears as well to dominate or control their actions, okay? And I feel with that Star energy, this person wants to reveal how they have, you know, taking accountability for this, or they want to take responsibility. Two of Wands is, you know, they're making progress, but it is slow. And I feel that this person will come towards you to try and heal the rift. So you haven't heard the last from this person. However, the next 6 weeks, I'll have to pull a card on it, because looking at this card and this one, it's like a deep dive into the emotions with the Fish energy. And of course, the book is all about knowledge. And, you know, I feel this is indicative of both of you realizing that the past cannot be just swept under the carpet. There has to be like an open, honest conversation to take accountability here. I mean, the Fish is representative of being in the flow, but also enjoying freedom. Sometimes we are separate on purpose from our twin in order to focus on solitude, to hear our heart even louder, because, you know, sometimes we build a lifestyle that's very chaotic and busy, and, you know, if we're obsessing over our twin flame as well, we're putting our feelings out there. We're connecting to the twin. Obsession is outside of ourselves, but this is a time to go inward for personal reflection. So I feel you're in the flow of that, and so are they. But also I feel this person must learn that their emotions actually enrich their experience, and they're nothing to be feared. That this person can surrender to the union. But as you can see with the book card, it's number 26. When you reduce it, of course, it's 8. 2 plus 6 is 8, the number of the self. So this is a big separation period of like learning knowledge, discovering more about yourself, revealing facts. And this is on both sides because it's the outcome energy. So you're going to have some revelations about yourself, your strength, you know, what you are willing to accept in the relationship, erecting healthier boundaries, what you will tolerate, what you will not tolerate, how you're letting go, how you're creating space for, you know, a healthier love to come on in. Your person will be learning about reciprocity, about loyalty, about fears, and, you know, that Relationships evolve. They don't have to end when there's conflict or, love, whilst this person has learned that, love in many different forms can just leave or be taken away from them. And that is their fear. If they build a wall against loving, then actually they are robbing themselves of a beautiful experience. And I feel this person, as they mature, they're starting to realize that. Now, we do have the Eight of Cups because I just heard suddenly because it's lonely. And, I feel this person, they are actually deep down very lonely. And I feel both of you can actually feel that on a mirrored energy, but for different reasons. And there will be a conversation in the future about it. But looking at your energy, you're kind of like, tell it to the trees, because I feel like you've kind of left the building on this one. But, I feel like this person, you haven't heard the last from them, is what I'm being given. Now, the Eight of Cups, of course, is to walk away. So I want to pull a card on this. Who's walking away? Is it you? Is it them coming in and then walking away? So let me just see who that Eight of Cups is. But I feel it's representative of both of you, the journey inwards to self, okay? Taking the path that you feel intuitively you should walk and be true to your heart, and not the path that is expected of you. But also, the Eight of Cups can connect to your energy. It's like you've come as far as you can in this relationship, and the path is now kind of like evaporated. So you're taking your own path, and that's where you will discover a wish. If you're wishing to secretly like reunite with your person, I feel there's a potential to have that. But let me just clarify. This Eight of Cups, can you please clarify the connection from my beautiful Virgo to this Eight of Cups? Okay. Four of Wands, the Judgment. You're wondering and judging whether you want to reunite with this person. I mean, the Judgment card is to make a decision. It's an analysis period, a self-evaluation where, you're reaching for a new life. And in order to do that, you must let go of something. So it can be that, deep down you want to reunite with this person. Four of Wands is to reunite. And it is kind of an indication that you've got to a certain position in this connection. You don't really want to give up on it. But because, you are not seeing any results there, you're forced to listen to your true life's calling and mission. That's what this card is all about, the calling. So I feel this is about spending time going out there with your friends, having fun, letting your hair down, and experiencing all that life has to offer in your solitude, okay? I do see that some of you may even decide to walk away from this connection in order to be with another person, maybe move in with another person or get married or have a high level commitment with that person. So please apply it to your situation. I'm just going to see how this Eight of Cups relates to your person. This Eight of Cups, how does it connect to my beautiful Virgo's twin flame? Can you show me how it connects to them? Temperance card. It is forcing them to be balanced. It's forcing them to also focus on their sense of purpose, but also it's making them re-examine their priorities in life. What's important? Is protecting their fears important? Does it conquer love? Or should love win the day? So I feel, your decision to walk away is basically forcing this person to take a real hard, long look at their life. And of course, have a spiritual evaluation. I also feel, because this card can be a card of mercy, so it can be that this person asks for forgiveness, okay, is what I'm seeing there. But I feel, whenever you look up the meaning of this card, it can be psychological healing. And I feel something from their past really haunts them because they've had the Nine of Swords there. And the majority of you, it's connected to a bereavement. So if you are a cross watcher and this is you, I'm sending you a huge hug out there. So much love. Okay, and you are worthy of love, and this love is true. So I would say, don't miss out on your twin. They can help you through these things. You don't have to have a knee-jerk reaction to run away from intimacy. So I'll leave that there with a lot of love and respect there too. But we have that Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups follows the Eight of Cups. So walking away brings you true fulfillment. And of course, we must learn to be happy on our own terms first, because that's when we enrich another person. People have this idea that twin flames or even your soulmate is your other half. Like it implies somehow that part of you is missing, but that's not true at all. That keeps us searching for our whole lives when actually we are whole all by ourselves. And the person who joins us in a loving relationship is a welcome addition to our life, okay? So I feel this is about both of you discovering all of that you are enough, that you are lovable, that you can trust love. And the Nine of Cups is that fulfillment that perhaps needs to ground this relationship there. But this is a wish come true. So it really asks, what do you wish for as an outcome? Do you wish to walk away? Do you wish this person to leave you alone? If that's the wish, then that will be what occurs. If you want this person to reach out and give you some answers, this is what will occur. So, I mean, in the next 6 weeks, I would say this person is busy getting their lives together, okay? I would say that it's a time to focus on yourselves. I mean, I'm just going to pull one more card. Anything more regarding this? Let's take a peek after the 6 weeks. We've got the Two of Swords. We've got the Ace of Swords. There's your communication. We've got the Five of Cups. This is about regret. And the Emperor, how they're maturing. Okay, so I feel this person is actually going to talk about the grief. I feel it's of a parental figure, to be honest, but because of the Emperor energy, it could also be someone who was like a extended family member who seemed like a father figure, or even it could be a friend, a very close friend there. But Two of Swords, I would say, the stalemate period, both of you going inwards, you know, and then we have the Ace of Swords, which is a breakthrough communication. Then we've got the Five of Cups there, okay, which can indicate letting out some really challenging emotions, learning to let go, because as you can see, these cups represent a disappointment or a grief or a sadness that one must process before they can turn around and realize that love is available. The two cups there on their own represents the Two of Cups, and the Two of Cups keeps coming up for your person, and that's how they feel about you. So I feel once they have, you know, moved through this grieving period, or they acknowledge that this experience has actually influenced the way that they operate in love, only then can they mature and step into, you know, a position to offer you a secure, protective relationship where they are a divine counterpart. Because I feel like this person is maturing, whoever I'm picking up on, okay? And it may not resonate with everyone, but I have to honor what comes out there. So let's get some final cards of anything else that needs to be said in this. We've got Freedom and we've got Daydream. This person thinks about you a lot. They actually spend a lot of their time in their head, this person. And that can be sometimes, that's where our fears run away with us, okay? We have, I need to work on my shadows. Definitely, this person's still doing that, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? What else do they need to know? Let's go one more, just because I want to see after the 6-week period for you. Okay. Okay, I just wanted to see after the 6-week period because these cards represent what's going on in the next 6 weeks. We've got Freedom, okay? So this is about, of course, being free and being independent and not being caged in. But also I feel this is like freedom from fear, or the confinements of fear, because it limits us, of course. So I feel this person, you know, they need to set themselves free, basically. And in order to do that, I need to work on my shadows. And that's something that has come up in this reading for you. And I feel that this person's still working through stuff. Now, we've also got Daydream. So it doesn't mean that they don't think about you a lot. I mean, they keep getting lots of swords. So I would say this person's going to tell you that they think about you all the time. And I do see that they will give you a message of regret. Okay, I also feel that this person, believe it or not, I feel like there's an energy coming through that they actually see a future with you, okay? And you're like, well, I don't see it because it's not present right now. So you may not be able to believe that until you see it or you hear it from their mouths, for example. But remember, actions always speak louder than words. Always watch a person's actions. It says here, I'm not ready. Please have patience with me. So yeah, I do feel this person's not ready. I did say that. So I hate giving that message, but I have to honor what's coming through. And also what's really important is you're not a light switch. You're not here to be turned on and off whenever they feel like it. So you're here to focus on your life purpose as well. And when the universe deems both of you are in the position in terms of frequency to come together in a match, then that's when you will both, rediscover each other again. What is meant for you will never pass you by. So breathe, get busy living. And, this relationship, the twin flame dynamic, is not for one twin to have it on their terms and their terms only. Not at all. It is about reciprocity. And that's what this person is learning about, okay? We've got not seeing you is hurting me so much. I would say that that's a true statement, actually, from the energy that I can feel for this person. But also, I feel they need to come to a little bit more of an understanding about how their actions promoted a response in you and hurt you and really let you down. Because how can you now trust this relationship going forward? They're going to have to work extra hard for that trust, okay? I feel this is a double-edged card, like it also connects to your energy. I feel, there's a lot of hurt under the surface there. Maybe even anger with that 10 of Wands. I certainly feel resentment. Maybe you've got through that kind of like anger now and you're in the resentment period. It can be that you feel resentment, even to yourself, that you wasted so much time on this person. But remember, there is an enriching, lesson in it. I mean, it doesn't feel like it now. If I could go back to my younger self, I would obviously kind of say, look, it does work out, or things work out better. You actually step into a more enlightened and powerful position, and, you conquer some things that were going on. For example, I was always feeling responsible for people, making sure that I don't, upset people, because if they wanted to do something and I didn't really want to do it, I would say, you know what, just to keep the peace, I'll just go along with it. But all those little things are the sum of my experiences from my past. And the twin flame connection actually breaks you free from those constraints. And then you see things from a different viewpoint. And suddenly you start to kind of reshape your life and say, actually, this is what I want to do because this is me. And I'm not going to compromise. I will kind of create balance and space for us to kind of work things out. But actually, I'm here too. And I also have a valid response or an experience and thoughts. And I really want to kind of do this. Can we factor in that we do each thing separately or together? Or, it's it can't just be someone's way all the time. So the twin flame relationship, it teaches you a lot about yourself and your responses across the board, not just in love. And coming back to the card, we've got, I feel you will move away from me. So I do feel this is a fear of theirs, but I mean, I get an energy that they moved away first. The energy flipped, or the balance flipped in this connection with them first. So whilst it is a valid fear, it's something you have experienced, and they need to kind of step up and kind of own that when they have a conversation with you in this relationship. And finally, we've got, I hope the future will bring us together. See, somehow I feel like this person, they envisage a future with you, but they must come forward. I feel like after the 6 weeks, you'll hear from this person. And I feel like they really do mean that, actually. But they need to show you with action, not just words, okay? So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune before we close. Okay, so we have the mushroom. Now, this can indicate some level of toxicity that perhaps this person had addictions, perhaps. Especially with the Six of Cups, it could be that they have, intense highs and lows, or they're addicted to a cycle, a pattern that 1 minute they've got their life in order and balance, and then they self-sabotage, and then they're in conflict again. And it can be that, they're in a growth period because, of course, mushrooms, they grow in the dark. So it could be they're going through their shadow self right now, and that's where the growth is occurring. But also, mushrooms can be healing as well. They can help. So I feel this is about kind of thanks so much, I'm truly grateful. I'm being given something that's very interesting about that song, because my guides are saying there can be a psychological kind of depression here with this person, and maybe this song has lyrics that connect to that as well. So that may be something that when you met your person, based on their experiences, they were in this depression, or they were, being counseled for this depression, or maybe on medication for this depression. That's coming through there. I'm not medically trained to talk about that, so I'll leave that there, but it's something to factor in, of course. And okay, so we have a big old bag of cash there. Now, of course, spiritually, in terms of a twin flame connection, this is all about investment, okay? It's about long-term investment and feeling secure in this investment. So, you know, it's going to be a bit of a project to get it to that position because there's a lot of factors going on in this connection, but it can, okay? But it requires a lot of work. Now, you do have the God rune. This is all about wisdom. So this means you and your person are in a period of knowledge. Also, I feel your person may actually get some sort of advice. I'm feeling right now it's from friends, but they could actually reach out to someone in a position to help them with a qualification. This could be a psychologist or a counselor, for example, or it could be someone who is a friend of theirs who is like trained to give certain counseling about behaviors, relationships perhaps. And finally, we actually got the Sun rune. So this is a period of enlightenment, but also this is a period of growth. And I would say that this person, you know, they are opening up to the fact that intimacy is not to be feared. Intimacy actually means you live a true, authentic lifestyle, and it enriches your life on a deeper level. So I feel like they've got to a position where they don't really want to run anymore, but old habits die hard with this person. So I gotta leave it there, my beautiful Virgo. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. Also, if you'd like to be in the chance to win a free personal reading from me, all you have to do is envisage the earth in a golden healing light. That's all I ask of you. And when you've done that, if collectively we all do that, we can make a difference with vibrations and, you know, affect the way that the world is going on some small scale. At least, hopefully, you know, we're all energy, and what is inside of ourselves actually affects outside of ourselves. If you've ever walked into a room, for example, and two people have argued, you didn't hear the argument, but you can certainly feel the atmosphere in the room. That's energy right there. So, you know, what is inside of ourselves can affect the world around us outside of ourselves. So once you've done that, in the comments box below, just put an emoji of a world and a heart. And if you don't have access to emojis, then please write the words world and heart, and I will enter everyone into a competition and announce the winner around about the 3rd week of February there, okay? Thank you so much, my beautiful Virgo, and love and light.